May 10th, we did have an opportunity to meet as a full association, and it was unanimous amongst the chiefs to continue support to the crime lab. It's an essential function for our agencies, for all of our communities to be able to receive their services. In looking at the overall structure, the funding, and what's going on, though, we're not blind in what needs to happen. We know that there's some significant improvements that need to be made with some of the backlogs at the laboratory, and we know that we need to make some adjustments to help get things back on track. Out of that meeting, we did have a resolution to take the steps necessary to help make the crime labs successful and to maintain our continued support of their operations. We've also looked and began discussing how we're going to address some of the DNA backlog and how we're going to transfer some of that work up to BCI and I to get our agencies caught up with it. But with that, we have another meeting this coming Thursday with the Chiefs Association, and we're going to have further discussions on that. But we are going to be looking at BCI and for some DNA testing to help show some of the backlog up there to give Michelle some time to get things ready.
So the chiefs are essentially supportive and recommending that we take the existing backlog and get you involved in this, Michelle, quickly, and utilize state BCI. Again, the big picture is, again, for a variety of reasons, our crime lab has a DNA backlog of, ballpark 300 to 400 days, depending on the nature of the cases and so forth. State BCI, which is being very heavily funded under this administration and under the current Attorney General, has reduced their DNA backlog. And again, there's different ways in which the cases are treated, which Michelle can explain to us, but they've reduced their backlog to, 10 to 15 days, I think, with regard to DNA. Which makes it, an attractive alternative for us, at least to knock out our backlog. And then, of course, with the discussion of possibly losing one of your key people in your DNA section to BCI. By the way, the same day that BCI came down to discuss this with them, while they were in the parking lot of the crime lab, they actually picked up the phone and called her employee and made a tentative job offer. So they were on a recruiting mission as well as coming down to talk to us that particular day. But if that happens, Michelle doesn't have enough people to maintain even a certified or operable DNA section, I think, and it'll take you some time to